You'll be able to put the letters together to make words, and you'll be able to read words because you know the sounds the letters stand for. Now, this in essence is what you want to convey to the child. The letters stand for sounds. Any letter that he ever sees, it's a sound he can make with his mouth. And that the letters in a written word tell you how to say it. Now, that completely flies in the face of the way they teach it today. And if there's anyone out there with a college education and a degree in education, they're probably shaking their head right now saying, no, you can't teach it that way, because there are certain words where the letters don't turn into the sounds that the letters should, and that confuses the child. So the only way to do is to teach them each word by itself, which is how they teach it today, the look-say method. This is the word wagon. Say wagon. And the kids say wagon, they see a picture of a wagon. And they don't teach them W-A-G-O-N. The consequence of that is, later when the kid comes to a word he doesn't know, he's just stuck. He cannot even start on it. He can't get through it. He can't work with the word. And this is amazing to consider how this happens and what this means, but it actually occurs. They just can't, if they don't know the word, they can't even try, because it's not letter by letter. You either know the word or you don't. That's the look-say method. So teaching it by the method of phonics is definitely superior. You have to explain from a very early age. Each letter is a sound you can make with your mouth. Any sounds you can make with your mouth, we can put down in letters. Now, once he knows the entire alphabet pretty good, and he's got pretty much all the sounds down, once he's pretty comfortable with it and you've got him reading a few different words and stuff, then you tell him that there are two different kinds of letters. There's consonants and vowels and consonants. And you don't have to explain any more to him than that. You know, he'll explain more on another level later. But at first you just have to get the basic information to him. There's consonants and there's vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. You explain that the vowels are the most powerful letters in the alphabet because you can't have a word without a vowel. A, E, I, O, or U. Consonants must always have vowels with them. They can never stand alone. You needn't elaborate this point. So it's just basic information you got for the kid, and it might confuse him a little bit. And you say, that's all we need to know for now, and I'll explain more tomorrow, next week, later. So some people would never mention this to the kid because it's too big of a subject. But you have to get it on the table. And if he takes it for granted at this early age, 2 years from now, you can explain the next part. But they never start because they think the kid's just a savage, wild brute. Now you're doing your basic sentences. Sam has an axe. Sam sat by Dan. Things like this. And you start teaching them really basic essentials. Like when Sam sat by Dan, you'd capitalize the word Dan because it's a proper name. It's a name of a person. You don't yet teach him that street names and whatever else would also be capitalized. You just say, this is a name, this is Dan. So we're going to capitalize Dan. And we also capitalize, the kid notices by now, the first letter of every sentence. And you just start with the very basic things like that and teach him one at a time, as quick as he can get them, but no quicker than that. And always remember the Crow epistemology. Always remember the epistemological principle that you can't concentrate on more than 5 things at a time. 4 is okay, 3 is good. 5 is just like borderline on too many. So remember when teaching the child the alphabet that you've got 26 letters to get through. Don't teach him all the sounds that all the letters make as you're teaching him the sounds. You don't teach him A can make the A, the A, and the I, and the in some instances when modified by this letter. You just teach him the A sound. Sam has an axe, and teach him some words. Just get the kid started, and then you can teach him more on the other things later. Always with respect to the Crow epistemology.